They're killing it, they're winning, and I love that because it shows that when you follow those principles, you will win. Okay, so Amazon just went ahead and made a huge acquisition of buying Whole Foods for $13.7 billion, right? Now, what does that mean? I mean, my kind of perspective on it is because I'm really implicated in a lot of industries, because we have a lot of clients in a lot of different industries, and that's just how we do it. We tend to get a lot of a macro perspective on how the economy works, and we really want to understand that as myself as well. So I think what Amazon is really doing with its acquisition, first off, is going to be huge. But what I really think their plan and strategy is they're going to use it as a distribution play in order for them to have access to distribute their products and actually go into fresh product delivery and do all that really, really effectively. And the thought process behind this is, well, if I'm Amazon and I want to go into distributing fresh products to people's homes or to distribution centers where people can go and get their food, well, how do I do that? Well, I know that food is really it goes stink really, really fast. So I need to deliver it in a fastly manner, like an hour or two. So for that, I will need a lot of really good positioned real estate. Well, we all know that really good positioned real estate is occupied already by McDonald's, by all these big chains and restaurants. So in order for them to get access to that distribution play, they had to play a role in which they have to buy another player that's first going to serve as a distribution play to them, to allow them to distribute products, and second, of course, the retail side of things and the commerce side of things. But I think the the kind of big picture game that they're doing is they're really, really investing in the long term in order to become a distributor and a seller online of all products. And these distribution centers will allow them to do that, because there's, again, not even food, but there's a lot of products that need to be delivered really, really fast, and this play, Whole Foods, will allow them that. The best strengths, one of their most important strengths, is the fact that they really focus as a company culture on seeking the truth and innovating a lot and testing and failing a lot. So I think that's a really important character trait as a value of a person and as a value of a company. I mean, we're really doing that in our agency too, but that I think it's really massively valuable for them, because it allows them to change, to adapt really, really fast. And the way they decide what they stick with is just by pure logic and decisions and good decision making process. You may ask, what is a good decision making process then? Well, I think a good answer to that would be something that will take in consideration all the variables involved in the process at a micro and a macro level, and make a decision based on real truth, not perceived biases or anything like that. That may sound complicated, that's just my definition of it, but I think that's how they're making decisions. They're literally taking all the variables in and going to the first causes, okay, how can we make this better? How can we turn our normal distribution process into an even better process? Well, we could build these warehouses, or we could buy a distribution process that's already in place and make it much more profitable, because we already have the supply and the demand. Well, that's interesting, and that's kind of what they've done, right? The actions that you take, if you have a good decision-making process, you take them based on actual facts, on actual truth, not just what you do in your reaction mode, right? You don't just do the most important thing at that moment in terms of priority, but you do things that are important in terms of effort, in terms of results, in terms of actual output, in terms of actual importance, right? People have this thing, it's called the misweighting bias, which essentially means that our brain is really needs to be trained in order to be capable to really weigh things one to another, right? If I'm saying to you, oh, go get this check for $10,000 and get me donuts, there's some people that will get me donuts but will forget to get me the $10,000 check. That's because they have a misweighting bias, and they don't see oh, what's the most important task I could do? Well, I guess I'll just figure it out. And they just go for the immediate reward, which is the donuts, right? The sugar. I mean, that's just a silly example, but you understand what I'm saying, right? So, anyways, gotta really get back to work, but I really wanted to get these two because I think it's really, really important what Amazon is doing. They're the proof of a stoic mentality in the human and technology era of 2017, and they're killing it. They're winning, and I love that because it shows that when you follow those principles, you will win. So, and good thing I'm actually following those principles, or kind of like some of them or something like that. Obviously, I'm not at their level, but that's it. Gotta get back to work. Really fun times hanging out in my balcony right here. Haven't been in my balcony for about a month, so I'm really excited about it. I'm gonna get back to my work right there. Where is it? Right there. Book recommendation of the day is this book. I'm reading it right now. It's called The Kybalion, The Study of Hermetic Philosophy of Ancient Greece and Egypt by 3 initiates. And what this book talks about is essentially really old principles of Egyptians and people that lived in ancient Greece. And it's really fascinating to talk about, like, this is kind of a spiritual book. If you're not into that, just don't read it. But if you're into that, or if you're interested, just go ahead and read it. It's really good book about vibration, about mind power, about mind ability, intelligence, and all these things. And I think it's fascinating to see how these people in the ancient times were talking about these, and were keeping them kind of secret because most people were not able to understand, right? Like how it says at the end. Let me give you a quote at the end. It says, "The lips of wisdom are closed except to the ears of understanding." Right? So doesn't that make sense? Like when you try to explain something that really makes sense to you to somebody else, but they just won't listen, that's because the lips of wisdom are closed except the ears of understanding. You know what I mean? So I think this is a fascinating book. Just starting to read it now. I just read about 20 pages of it, and I think it's fascinating. Just gonna keep reading it, and yeah. So that's the book recommendation of the day. Gonna probably link it down below for you to get it. Okay. This is like 2 in the morning right now. I've been working for I think the last 6-7 hours or something like that. Let me actually sit down. Otherwise, oh wow, this is so good. So I've been working for the last 6-7 hours. And because I have a standing desk, as you may see, right? Like that's pretty much my height right there. And my feet and my knees really hurt, but I do the standing desk thing because it really helped me focus a lot better. And it's a good kind of, how is it called when you do something because you want to do something else? It's called, it's called a trade-off. Okay, a trade-off. So it's a good trade-off for me. Sorry, that took a while, but it's a good trade-off for me because I actually get so much more done this way. So it's just worth it. So I don't really mind it at all that much. Other than that, I really hope you're having a great night or day or whenever you're watching this. I don't know really when you're watching this. Never really asked. And it's not possible for me to know when you're watching this because you're watching this online on demand. That's the beauty about internet. You don't have to watch a TV, right? You can just watch on your time. You can just watch Catalin in your bathroom. So you may be in your bathroom right now, okay? I'm not gonna paint that image, so I won't go there. But some of you may be in the bathroom. Some of you may be in the car. Some of you may be in other places. I hope not weird places. Some of you may be at the beach. Did I say just? Okay, at the beach. Okay, not anything else. I'm really, because I've been away for 3 weeks, I really have like 2 million things to schedule. Like, let me actually just show you. 1 second. Let me show you right now. Okay. So I have this Clear app. If you've been following me, you know. But I have this Clear app in which I put all my ideas and things I need to do. And one time a week, on Saturday, I just go to those ideas and I schedule those things out, send them to my team, decide if they're important, not important, delegate, schedule, whatever it is, right? So let me show you right now how many of them I have. Okay, so check it out. Let me put the focus on here. That's 230 right there. Okay, and I don't know if you can see that. Let me just show you real quick. So let me tell you first. So come on, focus. Get back on focus. Okay, so I do this thing in which if I have an event in my calendar that I don't want to do, or that it's not important anymore, or I need to reschedule it, or if I have an idea and I'm close to my calendar, I'll schedule that event as a reminder for Saturday at 5 p.m. when usually I go like from 5 o'clock to 12 o'clock or more than that. Usually it's like a full day or a day and a half. I schedule that event as a reminder, and then I go through all those things. So let me show you how many of those I have right now. Okay, check it out. So you can see there's like small ones, small. Those are like hundreds. Like I cannot even tell you, like those are like hundreds of little, like not hundreds, but like there's like probably 45. So anyways, tomorrow morning I have to go, wake up 8:30, go get a haircut. Okay, that may be something. Then I'm gonna go and have like kind of a, what's this thing called, man? I'm having a hard time with English when I'm tired. Preparation? Okay, let's just call that. I have a preparation with one of my colleagues from my school, one of my mates from university, to actually be able to just pass all the exams that I haven't been able to pass. So I'm not actually like going to university actively, but I'm still on it, and I'm just going to the exams, and usually I pass them because I'm really smart. I'm just joking, but they're not that hard to pass. So I just take some meditations, if that's how they're called, or preparation, or just go through the whole curriculum in like a 2-hour session, and then I'm good, and then I go and take them, right? Because I really don't want to spend time doing that. So anyways, this was a long chat. I know I'm pretty scrambled, like a scrambled egg, but I'm gonna go get back to sleep right now, back to work and then to sleep, sorry about that. And we'll see each other tomorrow, okay? Be there tomorrow. Just joking, you don't have to be there. You can watch it at your time, like I said. Here's an Apple joke. What happens when you wanna when somebody says a good line or whatever, and you wanna drop the mic, but you have AirPods? How is it called when you drop them? Airdrop. That was not a good joke.
I'm a little rusty on it.
I'll hum it for you.
What would you kind of different in your approach to things and in your focus to what you would master? Like, okay, I would just go directly and get a mentor and focus on this. Or I would not have spent too much money or time partying.